Hey everyone, my name is Becky Park and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari, and today I actually have a few packages to ship out that are not Poshmark packages, and I know that a very highly requested video from many of you has been how I utilize Pirate Ship and how I use it to ship out packages that I sell from eBay and Mercari. So I do have a couple things that I'm going to be shipping out today, so I thought I would just show you my process, show you how easy Pirate Ship is.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
I'm in no shape or form sponsored by Pirate Ship, but it is just a website that I use because it's pretty user friendly. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Now, one thing you do need in order to ship using Pirate Ship is you need some sort of scale. You need to know how much your items weigh, and so I just have this Accutech scale right here. It's not super heavy duty or anything, but as you can see, it does go up to a max of 50 pounds, and it's pretty interesting because you can open this up if you want to place the item here, and you have this backing right there. I honestly tend to just leave it like that, and I just place whatever I'm going to be shipping out like this. One word of advice is you do want to weigh your package after putting everything together. So what I mean by that is if you're going to be sending it out in a poly mailer, you want to have the poly mailer, and you want to have, if you're going to be using a thank you card or something, you want to include the thank you card. If it's going to be wrapped in tissue paper, you want to have all the materials that you're going to be using to package up your item and include all of it while you weigh it so that you have an accurate weight. Otherwise, you may actually be short a few ounces. So this is really simple. You just press on, you wait for it. It's going to show up with all the zeros, and that's how you know that it's ready. So I'm going to go ahead and put my first item up there. So this is my first item. It is actually a bag. It's one of my boutique bags. It's a laptop bag. I will insert some pictures of the bag off to the side here. It, already is nicely packaged. It has a little dust bag that it comes in. This box, someone sent me a bunch of poly mailers in, and so I'm just reusing it. It was kind of dingy on the side, so I went ahead and taped that up on the outside, just making sure that, this bag is going to get to the buyer in one piece. But I went ahead and placed it on my scale. I'm going to go ahead actually and throw my thank you card in there as well because that's going to add to the weight. And as you can see, this is 2 pounds and 10.6 ounces. So I'm actually going to say that it is 2 pounds 11 ounces. You always want to round up on these things and not down. One other thing to note, you not only want to know how much something weighs, but you also want to know the dimensions of your box. So I just used my measuring tape and I did it off film because it's really hard to do with one hand, but I went ahead and I measured this length as well as the height as well as the length of the top, and you will need to put that information into either Pirate Ship or if you're shipping directly through eBay, whatever it is that you want to do. So now I'm going to show you my screen, and I have it posted there because I don't want you to see the buyer's name or address or the order number, just because I don't want you to know all of this person's information. So as you can see, she bought this bag. She bought it for $51.99. And I can, if I want to, print a shipping label directly through eBay. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this link and move the post-it over because now that is where the person's address is. So as you can see, it's going to ask what right here first for the weight. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 2 pounds and 11 ounces. The dimensions of the bag are 18.5 by 13 by 6. So I have that information there. I'm going to press update, and it's going to show me how much eBay would charge me. So if I do it by priority mail, which is what the buyer selected, and it does come with $50 of insurance, or up to $50, I should say, it will cost me $13.10. I could also go this route with the USPS parcel select package, but the issue with that is look how much later they will most likely get the package. So I'm going to go ahead and write this figure down, $13.10. Let's go over to Pirate Ship and see what they would charge us and see where is the best place to ship from. Okay, so this is what the home screen of Pirate Ship looks like when you log in for the first time. And yes, I know I have like a million tabs open. I am that person. But anyway, I've gone ahead and put a post-it here because this does show the names of my most recent labels that I made, and I want you to see that. And so you can see though here the different options that you have, but you can create a single label, you can upload a spreadsheet, or you can import from integrations. I don't know what these two mean. I just do this. I just create a single label. So if you click on that, it will take you to this page, which I'm going to go ahead and actually flip to this next tab because I went ahead and before I started filming, I put in the information for this person for the bag to see if it's better to ship through eBay or through Pirate Ship. So we're going to go back and go over here. So you can see there are different options as far as, let me move that. There are different options regarding how it is that you're going to ship the item out. So I went ahead and selected box or rigid packaging because my item is being shipped out in a box. So I'm going to go ahead and select that, and we're going to do a lot of the same thing that we did over on eBay. We're going to put in the dimensions of the box. So I'm going to put in 18.5 for the length. For the width, I'm going to put in, let's see, what is the width? I think the width is 13 and the height is 6 inches. And the weight of the package is 2 pounds and we said 11 ounces. So this does not contain any hazardous materials, it doesn't require a customs form, and there are no extra services that I need to be activated for this package. So I'm going to get rates, and you can see right here that they are actually going to price it exactly the same as eBay would. eBay said that it would cost $13.10, and that is the same thing that Pirate Ship is going to charge me. So for this, I am actually going to go with eBay. Now, the reason I'm going to go ahead and go with eBay is because when I print a shipping label through them, then they automatically consider the item as being shipped, or like, you know, that I've printed the label, versus if I go through Pirate Ship, then I have to do the extra step of going into eBay and putting in the tracking number that Pirate Ship gave me, and it's not really worth the hassle since it comes out to the same price. But my next package, I am for sure going to be using Pirate Ship, so I'm going to show you how you would complete creating a shipping label through Pirate Ship. But I'm going to go ahead and purchase this label. I was kind of thinking it'd be around $10, so it is a little more expensive than I would have liked, but that's okay. So I'm going to go through PayPal. It just automatically takes it out of my balance, which means that I don't have to pay with an extra fee, and that's awesome. All right, so the first package is done. I'm trying to cover the address of both myself and the buyer with my hand. I actually did not write thank you over here. That was from the person who sent me poly mailers, but this package is done, and let's move on to the next one. So I'm about to get started on my second package here. Here are two of the items that I'm going to be shipping out. And as you can see, I'm covering this label because this is a box that was sent to us. I believe, obviously, that we got it on Amazon. But I just wanted to remind you that if you are going to reuse boxes, which is awesome, you should help save the environment. But if you're going to do that, you want to make sure that you either get rid of existing labels or that you use like a Sharpie and really kind of like make it clear that you're not using this shipping label, because that is pretty confusing for the mail person when they see, you know, so many different labels on the box and they don't know which one they're supposed to be using. So I'm going to take this off, and then we're going to go ahead and put our items in and weigh it. So I have the 4 pieces in this box, and they are just, I already kind of put them in their little baggies. These, by the way, I don't usually use, but I went ahead and did it for this just so it would kind of condense them and they wouldn't just kind of like flail about in the box, and they would still look presentable when they got to the buyer. This, of course, is something that someone bought after watching a YouTube haul of mine. They watched my Via Trading unboxing and they saw these pieces that they liked. So 3 of them are from that, and then 1 of them is actually from when I went to the bins in Indianapolis. So this was a Style & Co. just like long sleeve blue shirt with some cool design elements to it. This was an embroidered Style & Co. shirt. Again, I believe it was long sleeve. This was a sweater by Style & Co. and it had like this cool lacy like crochet detail up on top. And this was the only piece that wasn't new with tags and from Style & Co. And this is by Soma, and it's this really cool long hoodie. So I went ahead and put all of these in there. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my thank you card on top, even though it's not very heavy, but it, you know, does add an ounce or two. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick this on the scale. It is going to be much heavier than the last box probably, but that's okay. That's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's only 3 pounds and 15 ounces, 15.1 ounces exactly. So that is actually great. So I'm going to go ahead and also get the dimensions of this box using my measuring tape, and then we will check out Pirate Ship and see how much this is going to cost. I do think obviously it will be more than the last box just because it is heavier. It's getting heavier by the second. Like, how is it adding ounces? I don't know what's going on. But it is heavier and it is a bigger box, so we'll see what it comes out to. Since we went through this process already, I didn't want to force you to watch me put the dimensions and the weight in, but you can see I chose box or rigid packaging. I did actually try to get all 4 of those things in different types of like poly mailers and stuff. It was not going to work. So into the box they went, and you can see I put in the length, the width, and the height. I put in the pounds and the ounces. There are no hazardous materials. I don't need any of that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get rates, and let's see what it comes out to. What are your guesses? Take a guess right now. So this is what it came out to. It came out to $10.03, which is really not that bad. So how did it come out to less than the last box? I'm very confused now. Maybe because it's not so tall. I don't know people, but it only came out to $10.03, so I'm going to go ahead and buy the label. I do have a credit card, I believe, linked to my Pirate Ship account, so when I buy the label, it just automatically pulls the payment from my credit card, and that's that. So I don't know, it's pretty easy, it's pretty self-explanatory. I never went through and showed you like how to put in the person's name and their address, but I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. But if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below. The last thing I thought I'd show you in this video is my Dymo Label Writer 4XL. I love this thing, and I love it because it has made my shipping process just so much easier. I believe, sorry, I'm just like looking through this because I want to make sure that I'm right when I say that it's a thermal printer, which means there's no like ink or anything like that, but it is so user friendly. All you do is you plug this guy into the USB of your laptop or your computer, and you print the label, and it comes right out here. It's got an adhesive on the back, so it just sticks right onto your box or your poly mailer, and I don't know, like it really just couldn't be any easier. I do have an Amazon affiliate link for this Dymo Label Writer printer down in the description box below. And so if you have been wanting to invest in a label printer, I mean, I do really recommend this one. And like I said, you could use that link if you want. It does kick back a couple dollars to me, which is always really nice, but also you don't have to use my link. You could just go to Amazon and find it yourself. And I also wanted to point out that while Dymo heavily recommends that you buy their labels, I honestly use like off-brand labels. I'll show you what I use really quickly. It's by Kenko, if you can see that. Kenko Label and Tag Co. And it is, as you can see, Dymo compatible. This is not my address, by the way. This is like their little example. But the thing that I like about this too is that you can buy like a box of them. There's like a bunch in here. And save a little bit rather than buying them individually. I used to just have 2, and as soon as one ran out, I would buy one more. But now I think what I'll do is I'm going to just buy them by the box. So when I get down to the last one in the box, then I will just go ahead and buy a whole new box over on Amazon for, like I said, a better price than what you can buy the Dymo labels at. I have these linked down below as well if you were interested in trying out this brand of the labels. Like I said, Dymo really kind of doesn't want you to, but I have been using this Dymo label printer for like close to a year now, and I haven't had any issues with this. So that is kind of my recommendation for helping your shipping just be a little bit easier, go a little bit faster. And you know, like when you're shipping out a ton of stuff, every minute that you can save, it really all adds up. So there you have it, guys. It's pretty simple. I really do enjoy using Pirate Ship. I remember someone recommended it to me a long time ago when I had a giveaway and I needed to ship something out, and they said that it was pretty easy and user-friendly, and they were absolutely right. Like I said, I'm not sponsored. All of these opinions are my own, and it's just something that I've been using, especially as I've been selling more things over on Mercari with free shipping, and as I have been making some sales thanks to YouTube hauls and whatnot. And we're not going through eBay, we're not going through Poshmark, so I have to figure out shipping on my own. I know that with like eBay especially, I was just so nervous about getting into it and just trying out different reselling platforms because of shipping, because Poshmark makes it so easy, but it really isn't that bad. So if if that's the thing that's getting in the way of you trying out a new platform, I definitely recommend trying out Pirate Ship. Again, like I said, let me know if you have any questions, but thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye!